Guys, I have in my hand the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation that has been reformulated. What? Say it ain't so, but I think it is so. I think this iconic Nars foundation that has been one of my favorites for years has been reformulated in late 2025. So today on the channel, we are going to be testing it out. Right now, I am wearing it on my face and it does look quite great, but you can expect a wear test. You can expect some check-ins. You can expect all the details that you want to know because this is an iconic brand and I'm kind of really eager to dive in and dig into this and really give you all the details, all the truth, all the angles, no filters, and test it for you guys and review it. This is what we do. This is what you're here for. So I am ready and I am excited. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if it's your first time seeing me. Let's get into this video. Nars Natural Radiant Longwear, now lightweight, foundation reformulation review. Let's go. Nars Natural Radiant Foundation is now lightweight. What do you mean it is now lightweight? So when I first got my hands on this, I got a PR package from Nars. I've been getting PR packages from them for the longest time, for practically 10 years. And so they always kind of like refill my stash. They always send me new shades. And with this package, they sent a note and it said that now this foundation is lightweight. They use this kind of odd verbiage, so I didn't understand why it's now lightweight as opposed to before. Anyway, this is a foundation that I have always been a fan of. Looks like it's now been reformulated. So it is now supposed to feel a little bit more lightweight. There are some new ingredients. Now this is silicone based, specifically dimethicone based, and apparently it was reformulated late in 2025, which is kind of why it's bypassed me. I didn't really notice that there was a shift because, well, this product arrived at my old address, and I think I was telling you guys in one of my previous videos that I'm going to go back to my old address, I'm going to pick up a bunch of PR packages, and then we're going to have so much more makeup to talk about. Anyway, here we are. This is a very long spiel. For what? For what? But I guess Nars is a brand that I really, really do like. I've been collecting their products over the years, their foundations, their skin tints, their lightweight foundations, their bronzers, blushes, highlighters. I mean, you name it, I've got it. I am a big fan of Francois Nars, the man, as well as the brand. In fact, my very first blog post many, many years ago, before I even started my career in the beauty industry, I was wearing a Nars Ski App lipstick. And that's kind of how I decided that I want to blog about beauty, because I took this picture of myself. It had this Nars Ski App lipstick. Everybody commented on that rather than what I was actually writing about. So then I said, oh, okay, I guess maybe I should be talking about makeup. Anyways, here we are. Today, I want to test out this reformulation. I want to slap it onto my face. I want to try to pair it with all the other Nars favorites that I already have. So I've got everything lined up here in front of me. I'm well prepared. This is a $55 product. The shade that I have here is shade medium 3.5 Vanuatu. So this is a medium with an olive undertone. I do typically wear this shade in other Nars foundations. I have it here in the light reflecting in the same shade. I have Stromboli in the soft matte. And then I also have the tinted moisturizer. Anyways, for the life of me, I could not find my original Natural Radiant to compare this one to, probably because it's been so long since I've used it. It's definitely expired. Anyways, I'm excited to get my hands on this, so I want to try it. So right now there is nothing on my skin. The skin is healing from a couple of breakouts. I have some red spots here and there, some bumps on my jaw, on my cheeks. Forehead is pretty clean. This side of the face is better. It's okay. There's some dark spots here. We're getting through it. We're living through it. We're getting by. It is what it is. It is the winter time. At least it's no longer 5 degrees outside, okay? At least it's 35. I'm actually gonna pump this pump a little bit away from my very cream sweater. Okay, here we go. One little pump here, half a pump here, half a pump there. You're supposed to warm this up between your fingers, but no one has time to do that. So I'm just gonna go in intuitively and work that into my skin. This feels very much like the soft matte foundation rather than the natural radiant that I remember from many years ago. The coverage is still very much medium. You could definitely build it up. That one little pearl of product was good enough to cover my entire cheek and jaw real estate on this side. And because I have some texture and some acne scarring, I don't really like to start applying the majority of the product at the center of the face the way that it's usually recommended by makeup artists. In fact, I kind of like to apply it around that area and then work it back in so that there's minimal product that lays against it, you know? Okay, not too bad. I will say, although this is supposed to be a naturally radiant finish, it looks rather matte to me, more like a natural matte. And not exactly how I remember this foundation being. I remember it being a little bit creamier, a little bit silkier, but this finish doesn't bother me at all. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Nars products, Nars foundations. And this so far, okay, just a sheer layer of that. Here on this side of the face where I didn't have many breakouts or dark spots, I feel like I don't need more coverage. I like my freckles. I like that I can still see skin. There definitely isn't any reflect back. I don't think so. I feel like the finish is quite on the naturally matte side, which I prefer with my oily skin. But here, I do think I'm gonna need a little bit more coverage around these post-acne marks. I'm just gonna take a smidgy poo. I mean, I could have done that with concealer, but really I wanna see how this builds up. This is supposed to build up to full. Oh yeah, indeed. That little bit of extra product definitely covered up my trouble zone there. And now it's looking like I might be ready for all the extras. For the extras, I'm specifically referring to the concealers. My favorite Radiant Creamy Concealer shade here is Custard Medium 1. I like this one a little bit on the brighter side. I'm gonna also add that around my nose, kind of lift up the corners of my mouth a little bit, chin, eyebrows, and then I'm gonna set that. For my wear test, I'm actually gonna apply this the exact same way during the day. I'm gonna show you what this looks like in daytime, in natural light as opposed to studio light, and also I plan to do some check-ins throughout the day. Another thing I noticed is that Nars is coming out with another foundation. Looks just like this, but in a frosted bottle, and it's supposed to be their new matte foundation. I got a little bit confused, honestly. I thought this is what I had in my hands, but that's okay because I actually don't have a dedicated video to any Nars foundation, so I think we need to build up our roster. So when that one comes out, you guys let me know if you're interested in seeing a review on that, because I think matte foundations is something that us oily girls and boys gravitate towards naturally, and so I'm eager to get my hands on that one. Okay, this is such a great concealer. I don't know why I don't reach for it more often. It is lightweight, yet it is very, very pigmented. This shade Custard is extremely brightening, but not too glam, so you could still get away with wearing this during the day if you're around my skin tone. I'm gonna add just a pinch more right here in the most hollow area, and then I'm gonna reach for the Pot Concealer, which is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. Shade here is Medium 2 Ginger. I always kind of go back between Custard and Ginger for whatever it is that I'm concealing, and here I'm just gonna go into some of my imperfections, just spot treat, spot conceal, and get rid of any nonsense. Okay, I'm gonna pop that out once more. And now for the bronzer. I used to use this religiously all the time. This was one of the first cream bronzers that I ever really liked because the shades were just so right. Also, they smell so amazing. Laguna 3 and Laguna 2, the original. As you can tell, Laguna 3 was very loved. I'm gonna go in with Laguna 2 and just do a little subtle bronzer. This is a great shade to bronze and contour with because it kind of does look like a shadow, but it's not too cool that you can't bronze up with it. The brush that I'm using here is from BK Beauty, brush 109. Shout out to Lisa. Wow. I've forgotten how much fun it is to play with makeup that is formulated to work best together. So in this case, I'm just focusing on Nars makeup, and it's just so nice to see it all kind of blend and melt in the way that it's meant to. I don't want to do more videos like this, just focusing on one brand, maybe perhaps reviewing one product or two, but sticking to all the brand's products for all the additionals. Okay, this is the face so far. I need blush. For blush, we have these blush sticks. These are relatively new. I'm gonna go for shade Behave. It's just really nice and nudie. I'm gonna go with the same brush, just pop that on. This has a very nice moussey texture. Even though it's not the most pigmented blush, it has such a nice forgiving finish, especially if you have acne scars like I do or healing acne like I do. These types of cloudy, moussey finishes, very helpful with that, just like that. All right, one thing I will say, I do not actually own a setting powder from Nars. Perhaps I used to in the past, but I couldn't find one in my stash currently. So this is a brand new Hourglass, but I have one that's been opened. Hang on. I don't know what it is about me lately, but I've been really reaching for products that I used to love like 6, 7, 8 years ago. And the Nars Natural Radiant Foundation was one of them. So was this Hourglass Veil Powder. I used to love this. I used to use this religiously all the time. And then somehow along the way, I guess with trying all these new products and just being in the industry, constantly searching for the next new thing, constantly testing newness, sometimes you forget about all the stuff that you used to love and enjoy way before. So I'm just gonna lightly set the center, lightly set the under eye, and then for the rest of the face, for the perimeter of my face, I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish that I also used to love a lot, but kind of traded for Makeup Forever HD Skin recently. But man, this is a clean finish. All right, I'm gonna reach for one more blush. Let's stick to Behave, but in the powder form. This, by the way, is an old school NARS brush. And last but not least, we need the Laguna powder bronzer. I told you I've got it all. Perhaps a little bit unnecessary on that one, but for funsies and just to tie everything together, here we are. Almost forgot. Highlighters. These came out last year, I believe. I have it here in shade Electra and shade Heavenly. Heavenly's like a rosy. I'm gonna go for Electra because it's gold. Just a smidge of that. Nothing too crazy. And here's the face. Laguna Lip Balm over one of my favorite lip liners, Vents. Here we go. Okay, I think we need a man's opinion. Ding, 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 ding. Swatch model.
Hola.
Hola. Hi, swatch model. I need you to tell me what you think of the complexion.
Actually, I really like it. I like that it looks, I think the term you guys use is flawless.
What do you mean by you guys?
Well, I mean, in the makeup world, right? It's flawless. Like, I don't see any imperfections. Your skin looks even from top to bottom. I can still appreciate your freckles. But I like the fact that your skin almost looks snatched. It looks like, you know, like tighter, more on your face in a good way. It doesn't look like nothing sagging and tired.
Right. And you saw my skin before, and you know it's not perfect right now. You know that I'm actually breaking out.
Yeah. You look more awake. You look more fresh.
Okay.
You look like you're walking, I would even dare say, you look like you got a filter on in a nice way.
Wow. No filter.
I actually
Not on this channel.
I'm looking for a foundation, but this looks good.
You like it?
Yeah, let me see your neck. Can you lift up your chin? Yeah, I would blend into your neck a little bit.
Yeah, there's some imperfections there.
But no, only because, you know, it does such a good job on top that you probably want to make sure you blend into your neck.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your opinion. Well, there was that. That might have been the best review he's ever given me. Honestly, you know what? I called him over because I was kind of beside myself. I was thinking the same thing. This isn't the natural radiant that I remember. I dare to say this is even better. I don't know. It kind of gives me, like I said before, natural matte vibe. So it looks very much like skin, but the coverage is there. And it just has this absolutely beautifying effect. I have to show you a close-up, of course, and we are going to do that wear test, but let me show you what we're working with. Up close and very personal. Light is a little bit off to the side. What's the term they use? What is that term you use when the light is to the side? Cross light. The light is giving cross light at the moment, so not the most flattering for makeup from this angle, but yet the complexion looks really, really good, really healthy. I mean, I cannot believe that this is an area that was breaking out pretty extensively on me, and now you can barely tell that it was once there. I don't know. In fact, it's looking so nicely blended with my blush. Is it me or is it the product? I mean, wow. Let's see how this wears, of course, but first impression, I am definitely impressed, and not just me. The man is impressed as well. So now there's really only one thing left to do in this video. It's time to conduct a wear test. It's time to see how this works throughout the day, whether this lasts, and whether we're going to be happy at the end of it. So let's cue in that good old time warping music for that wear test and for those check-ins. It's the very next day. It's been about an hour since I've been wearing the current NARS Natural Radiant on my face. This is what it looks like in direct natural daylight. I'm standing right in front of a mirror about 12 feet away, so not super close. Today is overcast. There's no filters on this skin, and this is what it looks like up close and very, very personal. I did my makeup exactly the same way as I did it in the previous part of the video, with one exception that I didn't use the cream blush underneath the powder blush. So today I only used powder. So this is the face, this is the foundation. Let's see how it wears throughout the day. Today is pretty easy for me, kind of like a day off. I'm just doing some logistical things around the house for my business, etc. I might go to the supermarket later. I just got back from the gym. But yeah, so nothing too strenuous. The weather is what it is. And this is the face. See you soon. 7-hour wear test. Extreme overhead kitchen light, but it's a truthful light, which is why I use it. Testing the current Nars Natural Radiant Foundation, the 2026 version. So if you're gonna go buy this one, this is the version that you're going to get. And this is what it looks like at the end of the day. No blotting. I really had to restrain myself from blotting. You can see there's some oil specifically in the pore zones on both sides of the face. You could really see the reflect if I look up. Forehead is a little bit greasy as well, but hello, overall, it looks so damn good. It looks so dewy. It looks so glowy. It looks really fresh and kind of well put together. Let me go ahead and blot on camera so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, that did remove some makeup and you can kind of see my skin peeking through just a little bit, but oh man, highlight is still popping. Are you kidding me? Is this my new favorite foundation for 2026? Let's do this side. This is the side where I had some breakouts. You can see them here, but I mean, I am inches away from the phone. No one should be this close to your face at the end of the day, but here we are. This is what we do. Honestly, not bad, not bad. The forehead, so damn good, so damn good. I am really, really, really impressed. This is impressive. This is nice. This is what I was hoping for. This is what everyone's been hoping for. I kind of feel like this is better than the Nars Natural Radiant that I remember from back in the day. And fun fact, Nars is actually launching a new matte foundation that, please let me know if you want me to review that one. This was just like a little, I guess, introduction to Nars, because I'm so well familiar with the brand. But if you want to see more products from the line, definitely let me know. Specifically, I'm talking about that new foundation that's coming out. This is really impressive. I gotta say, I am impressed myself. I was walking by the mirror constantly today throughout the day, and I was like, damn, she's still looking good. Damn, okay. Like, this is nice for oily skin. 55 bucks, pricey, but damn it, it's worth it. Because look at that wear test. Look at that skin, so damn close and unflattering light. I'm just saying, if this looks good on me and I have somewhat problematic skin, imagine how this will look on you if you have nice normal skin, you know? Anyway, I'm not complaining. I am actually ranting and raving. This is really great. This is really, really great. And this is kind of like what you hope for in a video like this. So I hope you guys found this useful. Thank you so much for sticking to the end, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out. I'm out. More videos over here. Deuces.